The SCOPE program is the Simon's collaboration on ocean processes and ecology. And basically, what we are interested in is the microscopic forms of life in the ocean and how they interact with the ocean environment. Everything from the physical environment of the ocean, like temperature, salinity, and the chemical environment, like oxygen and nutrient distributions. And microorganisms are really the base of the marine food web, and all forms of life in the ocean are really dependent on the very tiniest of life forms, bacteria, archaea, and microscopic algae. And these are the team players that we are trying to understand within the SCOPE program.
And for a long time, we didn't know who they were either. But with the advent of a lot of new techniques and technologies, we can really start to figure out who's there, what they're doing, and how they're important to the larger ecosystem.
Yeah, the SCOPE program is really built on a program called the Hawaii Ocean Time Series program, or HOT. HOT was founded in October of 1988, so we just celebrated the 30th year of continuous sampling at a site about 100 kilometers due north of Hawaii called Station Aloha. What the SCOPE program does is it brings new people, new instrumentation, new technologies, new understanding to this background understanding from the HOT program. The HOT program is called a time series, so we go out month after month and we're looking basically at the variability of the ocean. We're trying to understand the effects of human influence, warming of the ocean, the acidification of the ocean. And these are all embedded within the large subtropical gyre of the North Pacific. So we use this as a test site, as a benchmark site. The field of microbial oceanography is a new field. Maybe it dates to the late 70s or early 80s. So SCOPE is really accelerating the pace of that discipline, creating new opportunities for the next generation of scientists. We have a very broad diversity of career age. We've got a lot of graduate students involved in the program, postdocs, early career PhD level scientists, and of course then the more senior investigators. We feel that this is a great balance, not only because it's the new generation that brings new ideas and new technologies, but it's also this built-in mentoring, and we pride ourselves not only on the science we do, but on the mentoring and training that we're giving to our next generation scientists.
The joys of doing this kind of work, we're incredibly lucky, I think, is to see young scientists take off into their new careers, having been able to work with them as they grow and then see them launch on their own independently to sort of carry the torch in the sorts of science that we've just been talking about.
Well, the ocean is changing, there's no doubt about that. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, this United Nations organization that has a periodic review of the state of our planet, in their most recent report stated in no uncertain terms that there is a human influence on the ocean. I might add a negative influence. Ocean acidification, which is derived from the enhanced CO2, carbon dioxide in our atmosphere, was first reported at Station Aloha using direct observation. So it took about 15 years of monthly observations before we could statistically see a change in the acidity of the ocean, and now it's definitive, and there's no uncertain terms that the ocean is changing.
The implications of that aren't fully understood, but it's sort of a responsibility of scientists, I would say, in this day and age to try and understand that better and what the trajectories are in the future.